What's up, Jesus lovers? So I left off on God giving me 3 spiritual dreams in 2020 about the hell that I would face in 2021 and the few years to come. And I appreciate God for even warning me when he didn't have to, but he loves me that much. He talks about how Proverbs 3:5 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge him and he will direct your path. Now, when you have a relationship with God, you'll be able to hear him clearly when he speaks. He even says, my sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. So excuse my delayed post because I am a busy mom of 3 kids. But I do want to be obedient to this specific assignment that God has for me to do, because somebody needs to be healed, delivered, set free. Somebody needs to come out of bad relationships, weird situationships. Somebody needs to get out of stress, depression, and whatever else that they're going through. It's also hard for me to talk about some of this stuff because it's like I'm reliving it. Then I have to edit it, and oh my gosh, it's a whole process, especially for it on this healing journey that I'm on. I do not have to lie about my story. That's crazy. When God gives me an assignment, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. I don't have to lie. The Bible talks about you'll know them by their fruit. People know my character, and how my character will stand alone and speaks for itself. I have years of texts, receipts, and I could post all of that, but it's not necessary. I could put all that in a book. That's way too much detail. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know my worth and my value. I'm just sharing my story about what I went through. And women have already been reaching out to me, even from different states, to say how, they're glad that I even started speaking out about some of the stuff that I went through. Because sometimes you see people and you would think they never went through anything in their life. But like I said, you never know what's behind the smile. You never know someone's testimony. And our testimonies are not for ourselves. Even if you're sharing it to 1 or 2 or 3 people. Mine, the Lord told me to get it out there. It's more people who need to hear what I went through, and they can come out of what they're going through too. Out of all the hell that I've been through, I am not bitter. I am not resentful. I can be angry about a lot of stuff, but I choose to walk in forgiveness and healing. I choose to pray for the people who did me wrong. And I pray for the people who added to the demise of the marriage. I understand why some women snap. People go through hell and people don't even know it, because time is of the essence. You have goals and God has purpose for your life, and you can't be stuck in your tears and your sorrows and feeling bad for yourself and what happened to you. You got to get up. Nowadays, I will block you and put you into the hands of the Lord before I lose my cool. So, for starters, in the summer of 2021, I heard the Lord saying, mortgage, mortgage, mortgage. And I was like, Lord, it was pounding at me. And I'm like, what's going on with the mortgage? So in 2020, I decided to put my foot down because I was paying more than half of the bills, daycare, groceries, holding it down for the kids, doing everything at home. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to put it into my husband's hands. He can take control and do all that. It's his job anyway. He's the leader, the head of the house. And so I just was like, let me know when you need help and I'll help you. I'm the helpmeet. Needless to say, when I asked, why is the Lord has been telling me mortgage, mortgage, mortgage. And he said, oh, it's all good. Then I'm like, well, why he's saying it though? I was like, okay, give me all the information about the mortgage. I'm going to call the company. And then I heard him say, oh, wait, well, we do have something going on. What? Say the mortgage hadn't been paid in about a year, and all the other bills too on top of that. They needed my signature and they needed to talk to me. Dude, the Lord spared me from losing another house. That's just how good and gracious he is. Now, what if I ignored what the Lord was saying just to listen to somebody who had a pattern of not paying bills and they were on a good street? I'm like, what happened to all the money that I've been sending you? Like, bro, you've been taking trips. Where's the money for the mortgage I sent last month? I sent it in. Everything okay? You ain't got to worry about it. Yes, I do. They said they never got it. Just lies. He also told me, like, oh, go check your accounts. Alrighty. And that's when I found out that my account for what I was putting in money weekly for my daycare, I got goals and dreams too. That was basically empty. Man, I was so disappointed. He just kept telling me that he was going to put it back. So I get how old schools say, hey, get a joint account. No, this is a new day. If you're a saver and somebody else is a spender, do not get a joint account. Be wise. Some people don't have self-control with their spending habits. What patterns do you notice about your mate that needs to be changed? Address it now. Know where the money is going. Some women, until like their mate wasn't in the picture anymore, didn't even know how to pay certain bills. Be apart. This is a new day. You don't want to be all out here in these streets with your kids and you didn't got put out because you depended on somebody to come through like they were supposed to. And it's common sense. If you don't pay, you don't stay. So don't be getting mad at your mortgage lenders, your landlords, because they put you out. If you don't pay, you don't stay. Side note, I remember my grandfather used to say, if you don't pray, you don't stay. If you don't fast, you don't last. Always put God first. Sin will take you further than you want to go, keep you longer than you want to stay, and cost you more than you want to pay. Sin has consequences. It's consequences for actions. Anywho, back to the story. I started noticing different patterns and behaviors, and I didn't like it because some of the issues that was going on, I tried to talk about it. I was getting the cold shoulder. And I just like, when you see stuff happening that you don't agree with, you want to try to fix it. If we're going to work on this marriage, I asked, did you want to separate? Like, is this not what you want? And I was getting, no, I'm good. Just don't tell like your siblings my business. I asked God to show me what's really going on. And boom, there was, the phone was open. And I started seeing money sent to Jesse for hair and nails and lunch and other stuff. And I started asking questions, and he lied and said that it was his friend's girl. His friend is sending him money, and he's sending that money to his friend's girl. And so I'm just like, but how your friend sending the money to you? If your friend sending money to you, your friend can send it to Jesse. Well, it didn't make sense, but he swore up and down it was his friend's girl. I reached out to Jesse, asking like, are you his friend's girl that he's mentioning? This is his wife. And Jesse blocked me. So I was talking to him like, why would Jesse block me if it's just your friend? Anywho, in August, I came home from an event and saw that he had a secret phone. And Jesse texted him like, made it home safe. So I'm just like, what the world? Of course, it was a big blow up, asking him about who is this person for real, why do you have a secret phone, stuff like that. Oh yeah, it was bad. Next day, Error left and was gone for months. While I was out jogging, I saw him passing by. Man, you just don't even know how broken a woman can really be. Because she put in time, effort, energy into her relationship and wanted things to go right and was asking what's wrong and not getting complete answers. Just be truthful. The tears that I cried, and that's when I started to go through depression and stress and not wanting to get out of bed. And my village and I realized that I needed to get myself together, especially for my kids. I started going to therapy and talking to wise counsel. I reflected back onto the dreams that God gave me, and God was still saying like, hey, get over it and go and teach the kids about him and keep doing what I'm supposed to do. And my therapist was saying, get back to purpose. You know, you smart, you beautiful. Focus in on you. Do what you're supposed to do. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to stay in the bed drowning in your fears, feelings, and your tears, and living in depression. Survivors eventually get up. They get up and keep it moving. And it's not easy. 1 foot at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 obstacle at a time. Keep moving forward. Get up. Eventually, things are going to change, and it's going to work out for you in your favor. One time, I remember myself praying, and I was telling God, like, God, let me get child support. God, let me get A, B, and C. And I heard the Lord saying, but what if he passed? And I was like, wait, what? I never thought about that. Hold on. I never thought about doing everything on my own. Like, so should I raise the kids on just my income alone? Like, should I sell the house? I can afford A, B, and C, Lord. And God was looking like, yeah, raise the kids on your income alone. And I was like, oh my gosh. And do you know, ever since God told me that, I've been raising the kids on my income alone, just from him stopping me in the middle of my prayers to say that. And this was 2021. I'm like, and he said that to give me a heads up, like, this is what you about to be doing. Like, okay, Lord, here we go. And then I went to the altar one day, and I was so broken, and I got a word that day, and God said, I got you. And I'm like, what, Lord? You got me? Like, I know you got me, but you're confirming that, like, specifically, you got me. No matter what hell that I'm facing right now, you got me, Lord. Oh my gosh, God is so good. And do you know, just hearing that, God sent me a surprise check. He is so good. When I was trying to figure it out, already worked it out. Baby need a new pair of shoes. Even had a light bill due. No, but God really worked it out for me. God orders your steps. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. What's that? Philippians 4:19. And my God shall supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. And Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. You do not have to worry. All of these other things will be added unto you. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. And that's easier said than done when you're looking at all the hell and situations and circumstances that you're going through. But Jeremiah 29:11 says that, for I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, the plans to prosper you, and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. And then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart. God is so good. So God was still looking out for me when I didn't know how I was going to make it. So from that August 29th when he left, September, like the next week, I was at the attorney's office to file for divorce. Like, because what we not going to do is play around with my heart. If you're leaving, I'm closing this chapter up. And so this was 2021. I don't want to hold on to something that's dead. I know some people, for separation, okay, I get it's good for you if you want to separate, get your life together, get yourself together before you come back together. I know sometimes that happens for people, and sometimes their marriage is better than it ever was before. This is not for everybody, though. I'm not holding on to something that's dead and for years at a time. I had to cut off access. Like, I'm not going to be the one calling you and you don't answer when I call, but you want me to answer every single time you call? Nope, I'm not available. Nope. It's nothing to talk about anymore except for kids and bills. So anytime the conversation was going left, kids and bills, that's all we need to talk about. What do you need for the kids? A, B, and C. Their bills are this much. But when it wasn't going like it was supposed to, I had to block. But eventually I had to unblock because we had the kids together. At first, I was like checking his page and everything. And I heard God say, stop checking for him. And I'm like, what, Lord? Stop checking for him. He said, it's taking way too much of your time. It's pulling you away from your purpose. You're not able to do the work that I have for you to do because you're consumed with him. And I'm like, but Lord, how am I going to get through this? God, he will lead you and guide you guys. So I stopped checking for him. At times I could barely eat. I lost weight drastically. My doctor said, stop doing whatever you're doing because it's so unhealthy. And you got to be okay for your kids. I'm not for matching energy all the time, but creating peace, a peaceful environment for me to exist in, from my heart, my mental state. I have to have peace. I can't be playing no games. After God told me that September through December, I was focused on God. All right, Lord, what do you need me to do? How do we get through this? I'm ready to walk in healing, forgiveness, whatever else. I put the house on the market, and he did come to kind of help me fix things up years ago. And when I did, that's when he said, let's put half the house in storage. So after we sell it, it'll be easy for us to move. Why did I do that? He was responsible to pay the storage. Of course, he started trying to get back with me, telling me all these sweet nothings and sending me different homes and apartments that we could move in together. I was just like, look for something for you and the kids. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna figure it out for me and the kids on my side. And my therapist and wise counsel was saying some people deserve a second chance. It depends on what's their patterns, their consistency, what are they saying, are their words matching up with their actions, especially if they're willing to fight for your marriage. I even called Jesse because I'm like, with him trying to pursue me again, I need to know what was really going on. He still swore it was just his friend. And of course, Jesse, side chick's not loyal to you. They don't have to tell you nothing. She gave the side chick anthem. I don't feel comfortable talking to you. You gotta ask him. I was praying to see what did God want me to do in this situation. My therapist told me have my non-negotiables ready. So I had 4. In order for him to come back, he had to go to church. He needed a great foundation. Cut off all communication with Jesse, this so-called friend. Couples counseling, because obviously we didn't got to hear how we gonna get out of this. We need a little help. And 4, I need the passwords to your social media accounts, to your phone. I need to know what's going on so I can build up trust for you again and make sure I know what I'm getting into. And where I went wrong, he agreed to all of it too. I shouldn't have allowed him to come back until I saw all of my non-negotiables met. Like, he could do the work wherever he was at for those 5 months. He claimed as with his guy friend or whatever, but I shouldn't have let him back before he finished the work that needed to be done for him. Like, I was working on me. I was doing me. I was in a good space. I was healing, forgiving, moving forward. I had my kids on lock. God already told me what to do. 2022, when I still didn't see the change that I needed to see, because he came back after I took the kids on a family vacation in December 2021. Maybe that was like January 2022, when I didn't see like the changes and my non-negotiables still being met. We were living together and I served him divorce papers still. Like, because I don't want you to think that you could play with me. I'm serious about this. Like, you're the one who were pursuing me and wanted to come back. I was good. Like, if this is not what you want, and if I'm 100% in or 100% out, it's no in between for me. We even had to go to Zoom court and still come back and see each other at the house. That was really awkward. But you're not about to play with my heart, though. He didn't want me to go through with it, so he still was telling me, don't give up on him. Don't give up on him. He just thought it was on me, and he's really working on everything. He's really trying. It just doesn't happen overnight. And then I did see him trying. He started giving me a little bit of money here and there to help out, and I did notice his patterns change, and he will open up his phone and stuff in front of me, so I had that code. He even sent me a picture of him and Jesse on FaceTime. And he said, I told her not to call me anymore. And he still swore it was just a friend. I don't love her, nothing. That was my friend sending the money to send to her. Eventually, I told him I'll give him the chance to really fix it. And I called off the divorce. And I really felt like the Lord wanted me to. Like, fight for your marriage if you can. Do what the Lord wants you to do in your situations. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Do what God wants in your situation. And in 2023, in the middle of me and him having a conversation, I heard the word of the Lord, and he said, restore. God was going to restore everything for me and him. And just like one of those dreams, because stuff was happening, the semi truck broke down, his car that he was driving broke down, and his job wasn't giving enough hours, so I was holding all the bills and everything down. Renting him cars so he could get to and from work. That's when 4 or 5 accidents happened in the cars, and you know, my insurance was just skyrocketing. It was so stressful. And I even supported the next dream to buy cars and for him to flip, but I wasn't getting a great return profit for it, so I had to shut that down. And I can't afford to be irresponsible with money because I have 3 girls who's looking up to me. They're gonna live to tell the stories that they went through when they come up. So I have to be responsible with whatever the Lord puts in my hand. And when the Lord said restore, God did restore things in the marriage, for finances, for his job wise. God just was restoring everything. And the big thing is, when you turn, God will turn your situation around. When you turn to God, put God first, God is just going to turn things around for you. When you practice in doing the right thing. Not some of the time, all the time. 2024. I saw old patterns starting to rise up again, and still realizing that all of my non-negotiables have not been met. I can be silent, sweet, but stern on what's right and what's wrong. I'm not gonna cave. I'm not gonna give in on that. Like, come on now. I'm firm on these beliefs, especially when I know what's common sense, what's right and wrong. Never home again. I'm leaving my kids, and I'm living at work, still not getting help paying all these bills. And then he was acting like he was working 16 hours a day, still not coming home with a check. You can get tired of talking about the same things over and over, and you can feel like you're not being heard in your relationship. I asked for help for the bills, he brought back a boat. I asked for help for the bills, he brought back a motorcycle. Things that wasn't beneficial for the entire household. I needed change. Why am I still holding stuff down? My body started going numb. My left side going on, my right side going out. And then he's just like, I'm trying. I'm going to get a second job. I'm going to help. Just hearing all these sweet nothings, but still not getting no help. And the Lord told me to wait twice in 2024. I'm like, Lord, I feel like I want to leave. We need to separate. How is, like, I'm not getting answers to the questions that I have. It's not making sense. And the Lord said, wait. And I'm like, ooh. The second time he said, wait. The third time God said, give him an extension. And I'm like, Lord, really? I am miserable. How can you be so miserable in a marriage? I'm miserable. My needs are not being met. My love languages are not being met. It's ghetto taking care of a man who's capable. If he's fully capable to work and go to work, taking care of a man, paying all the bills, I'm not the head of the house. This house is out of order. All right, I need to throw some water on this fire. I need your passwords. Why I don't have the passwords? Why my non-negotiables not being met? And then in 2024, I had to bury my mom. And I felt like I was grieving her by myself, going through without a shoulder to cry on, when it should be your mate supporting you and uplifting you. And I felt like the little arms that was wrapping around this waist was the kids. And then, okay, I got another video about the kids and what to tell them. Kids are so special. Since my non-negotiable still wasn't being met, barely going to church, Are you still in communication with Jezzy? No, I haven't talked to her in I don't know how long since I told you. God, deception, just lies. Passwords. When you give me the password? Next month. Still not getting it. No, then going to therapy, going in there and leaving out. Not even talking. Or canceling appointments. God also gave me another dream like the end of 2024 about him manipulating me. I'll put the rest of that in the book. January 2025, I was determined, Lord, I'm not living like this anymore. I'm not. I need relief. Where's my relief? I'm being faithful, loyal. I'm a hardworking. I'm in school, 3 classes, working 14 and a half hours a day, up to 6 days a week. Still having to come home and try to clean if I can, if I even feel like it. Getting headaches. My body is so tired. My kids want to know, why can't I get in this? Why can't I get in that? Mom, when you come home? Mom. I was like, Lord, I'm not living like this no more. I'm putting the pressure on. Since you told me to stay and wait, but then you showed me this dream about him manipulating me. What do you want me to do with this? I'm ready to go. I already asked for him to separate. He don't want to go. He just like, I'm trying. I'm going to get another job. I'm going to help. I just hear nothing. When he wanted to even talk about googly love and let's do this, let's do that, I didn't have it in me. Like, you not paying bills, but you want me to be all lovey-dovey? What's the conversation gonna be? Where's your check? What you do with the money last week? When are you giving me help? Send me some money now. Where's your check? That's all I have to say. So I want to do other stuff with my money too, not just work to pay bills. Hold it down for my kids, buy them everything that they need, cover Christmas. Like, come on, give me some help. The bills started getting behind again with, like, when I tried to put my foot down. The water bill, the light bill that he was supposed to pay got all the way behind again. I told the Lord, I said, Lord, I am in February, this year, February. I said, I'm sitting down in ministry. This was the end of the month. I said, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to. I feel like I'm trying to do right. I'm being a good wife. I was like, but it's not being reciprocated. So the one thing I'm going to give up is ministry work. I'm on like 4 different auxiliaries at church, from writing plays to children's church, teen church, women's retreat, nursing. I'm being faithful. Like, no, I'm sitting down. I'm gonna take me a good break since I can't give up the school and classes and working for the family. Man, the very next week, God said, go check for your husband. And I was like, what? And so I'm gonna post that video. And I'm gonna post other video of a message to the side chicks, a message for the loyal and faithful wives, and a message to what you actually tell your kids. God does not change. His intentions for us are pure. Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, and whose hope is in the Lord, for he shall be like a tree planted by the waters, which spreads out its roots by the river, and will not fear when heat comes, but its leaf will be green, and will not be anxious in the year of drought, nor will cease from yielding fruit. Those who trust in the Lord have hope and need not fear difficulty or calamity. They know who is in control of their lives, and that he is fully good and true. You may have rough days, barely sleeping and eating, calling on Jesus continuously. You break down and have to get yourself back up and together before you go out on your job, in front of your coworkers, at school. You have to collect yourself real quick, feeling hopeless, because if they see you with red eyes, it'll all be all over if they start getting concerned and ask you, are you okay? But guess what? You still have God. So try not to stress out. If the utility bills are behind, if you don't know where your money is coming from, God will still, if you have to sell a house, you will always be able to get another house. It's not the end of the world. God still got you. If you have to move from a house to an apartment, if you lose something, he can restore what the cankerworm ate up. He can give you double for your trouble, but you always got to put your trust in God. Keep God first. Oh, you will live a better life. I had a lot of hell even this year. Some stuff I can't even talk about just yet. From grieving the death of my mom to grieving the death of this marriage to some other things. And then my car got hit by some lady. My kid got in an accident. Trying to figure out all the bills that was behind and put on me again. Having to work for everything that I got. Like, God still provided me with all that I need in order to succeed in life. From going to school on top of going through all of this, having to learn up under my journeyman trainers for the electrical work, my mind was not even trying to pay attention to the stuff that I had to learn because of what I was enduring. But God gave me strength. He will send relief when you need it. In the time of trouble, he will hide you. Just ask him, when I am weak, he is strong. Let the poor say, I am rich. Watch your words. Watch what you speak. Speak life into your situations. I almost want to show like what I had to, when I had to hold it down. I had to hold it down. I had to pay for my home in a neighborhood like this. Even on a pay cut, even having, God is so good. God will let you not want for anything. He will supply your needs. Just ask. Be careful about the words that you say. Your words have power. It's life and death in the power of your tongue. God allowed me to sustain, maintain. I haven't asked anybody for nothing. I just don't ask people for nothing. I'm like, gotta supply it. Gotta work it out. Gotta do it for me. God is gonna make a way out of no way. I'm not gonna say I'm broke and got broke best friends. No. I got little rich best friends. I might be in between a blessing, but God is still gonna come through and work it out just for me, because he rewards those who diligently seek him. Solutions. So here's a few solutions. You can get up. God will bless the works of your hands, but your hands have to be moving. You have to apply. There's resources even at your local church. IGC have resources where if you need help paying certain bills, if you need clothes for your kids, book bags they just gave out, your local church, they'll help you find a job. Get help for yourself first. Therapy, wise counsel, so you can be good for your kids. Go to church. Join the auxiliary. I love like the auxiliaries that I joined because they are prayer warriors. I remember when I had to be a part of a play and I was just like, Lord, I don't feel like going to this meeting. I'm not in the mood. You know, all the stuff that I'm going through right now. And we had a meeting. And soon as I called in on this Zoom meeting, they was like instantly, oh my gosh, I feel the presence of the Lord. No, something going on. I don't know what it is, who it is. We need to pray right now on the auxiliary. And the whole meeting, I think the meeting probably lasts 30 minutes to an hour. And they were just praying and going in, and we were in the presence of the Lord. They didn't know who it was. And by the end of the meeting, I felt safe to tell my auxiliary, like, it's me. It's me. And then I shared some of the things that I was going through. And we didn't have a meeting that day. It was just all about prayer, praying me through that day. I love God. Oh, it's so great to even join an auxiliary and be amongst prayer warriors. Join a community of people walking in the healing and the forgiveness just like you. There's some stuff even on Facebook where people who went through what I went through are sharing their stories and how they got over it and how they forgave or how they got through it. Talk about it to someone you trust. Sometimes talking about it helps even more. Write the vision, make it plain. This is not the end of the world. There's life after divorce, after betrayal, after heartbreak. It's life after that. It's love after that. It's peace after that. It's hope after that. It's more to life than what you went through with the person who you thought you was just gonna be in love with forever. Whatever you need to do to get to the place where you need to be, start doing it one day at a time, one step at a time, one obstacle at a time. My cousin Wit, she got this website, Tried and True Mom Jobs, and she helps women and whoever find a job. Go to the gym, go de-stress, go clear your mind, walk around your neighborhood. Do stuff that you like doing. Go to a beach, sit there, look at God's creation, the water. Go sit in a mountain somewhere. If you like hiking, like do some stuff that you love doing. Use every gift that God gave you. Don't sit on it. And make sure you ask the Lord to help you to forgive, help you to move forward, help you to love again, help you to get the peace that surpasses all understanding when you keep your mind on Him. All right, Jesus lovers.